Right, them who are eagle-eyed amongst you will probably say, hang on, that's not the same sky as part one, and you're right. Because what I done the foregrounds, finished the painting, took it into, well, went to process it and all that, and then I seen a video on my phone. I thought, well, that's an old one, and I deleted it, and it wasn't, was it? It was this one. Well, not this one, but the one to part number 2 to part 1. I deleted the video and I couldn't get it back, so I've had to redo a sky, right? So I'm not cheating in any way. I cocked up, didn't I? Right. So anyway, let's get on with it. We're going to use the sponge, this brush, just to fill this foreground in, and whatever we feel like doing. Basically, that's it. Whatever you feel like doing, you just do it, don't you? Right. So here, I don't know, we can have, a bit of a hill coming down. Don't want to take too much of that white away though. Maybe it rises up a bit there. You might have a little tiny there with some trees on. Right, now you just do a wobbly line like that, right, and then with a tinnish mix of that Payne's Grey, just fill it in. Now don't say you can't fill in, right, this is all we do, just slap it on. I wouldn't get in the Royal Art Academy, would I? Excuse me, sir, what is slap it on? Oh, you don't know, mate, don't worry about it. We know what we mean though, we just slap it on. Right, now what we do, we go in with a bit now of same stuff. You see it's thick there in the corner, so I'll drag a bit more of that out and mix it in with that we've just used. So you can see that's a bit runny to that there, that's a bit thicker. Yeah. What we do, go up back over it again. We want it pretty dark near the sunlight. I say, don't worry too much about this. It's not important. This is just to show the sky off, really. And what this will do, it'll just give the effect of maybe there's some lighter areas, some's darker and some's lighter and all that, so it's not just a complete black or dark mess. I know what I mean, well I think I do. You get the idea in a bit. He says. And that's another thing there you can do. Rinse your brush off, dry it a bit so it's just damp, and you can actually lift a bit of white areas out. See, you've got to keep wiping your brush though, otherwise it won't work. I don't know why I'm doing this, it's just doing it. Right, now with the owl sponge, it's got to go in the water, it's got to be damp, not wet. If it's wet, then you'll end up with splodges, right? But it's got to be damp. I'll just tin a bit of that paint out. You know what we've just used, the Payne's Grey for the front here. And what I'll do, just the end of the sponge, just dab in it. And while you're damping the sponge, if you didn't, it'd just soak the paint up. Just suck it up like a sponge. Right? So over here we'll put something going on. Maybe just a little bit more. point. Sometimes you do this, you don't mix enough and it's a pain. And make sure to come off the paper. And quickly, you can use your nail, but I haven't got a nail. So, quickly, he says, I'll just use this knife. It's still just a little bit wet, right? But you can leave it for a bit. And it just gives the impression of twigs or branches and trunks and stuff like that. Don't know what's happened there. Yeah, I know what's happened. The paint underneath, you see, is still on the wet side, so that's lifted it a bit. It shouldn't have, but it did. I'll just darken that in. You don't know what it is, do you? Yeah. It's gone all to cock here because, sorry about using that word, but it's because it threw me with the other thing not working out. Me deleting. We'll go over that in a minute, I'm not messing about. Over this side we'll have a big tree. Right, so we want to sort of, this is like closer. So we can go right the way up with this. As I say, you can do what you want. I'm bloody rushing now. Didn't want to rush it, but well, these things happen. And you better get used to them, you know, because it won't just happen to me. Right, now I should really change this sponge and go for a smaller one, but I'm not. I'm just going to try and get right to the tip and just put a few little dabs in there. It's not working, but that will do. I said we tidy this up the front in a minute. I want to darken this on the inside. So all it is more of the Payne's grey on it and a bit darker on the inside of the tree. Right, tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put the bed, you know, we all like putting our beds in, don't we? So I'm going to put them in now, because this is dry, this guy, well, dryish. Put one over there where it's nice and light. What we can have and all is about a few posts. Why not? Why not? We can do what we want. You know that when you're painting, you can do exactly what you want. There's no one there to say, oh, you can't do that. This one's into the bush, this one here. And we just put a few like wires. That goes off either behind the bush or wherever. Can be a fence or wires or whatever kind of. Right, so I want to tidy this up here. I'll tell you what I didn't do there, didn't I? This might have dried enough to put a few. And some of it has, but others hasn't. So but you get the idea, don't you? That's the main thing. As long as you got the idea. Right, and turn it off. I'm going to blast it, and then we'll go back to it. If I can reach the button. Right, we're back again. Right, I haven't touched nothing up. I thought leave it, you know, down here. Mistakes happen or things don't go right. Sometimes I think, oh, I'll have to put that right. Other times I think I can't be bothered. And I'm in one of them moods, can't be bothered. So, right, let's just show you these. Got these off Amazon. Soft pastels, right? And they're nice for just touching up areas. Right, if I can show you, I'll show you quickly. If I can get them out. Right, so what we could do, you know, you've got this orange in the sky and all that. So maybe, I hope it's dry, maybe there's a bit of orange in the trees. You don't have to go mad. Like just little bits here and there. Maybe there's a trunk that going down there. Now, it's a bit wet yet to mess about, but you can get the idea of the thing. It just mystifies it a bit, you know what I mean. Maybe a bit of white. You don't even know what you're doing half the time, you just do it because you think, oh, I'll be a smart ass and do it. Honestly, you do. Right, now down here, let's... Just where there's that little mistake. We'll just... No, we won't bother. But as I say, you can mess about with these. Anyway, I'm messing about too much now. So I'm going to call that done. I'm sorry I messed up on the deleting that other video. The thing is, I finished the bloody painting as well. And then, in fact, yeah, I'll prove my point. There was the first one. Right, but I forgot to show you all this. We had up to the sky, didn't we? But we forgot all that, and so, and there's what I forgot, see? There's that pen. And let's throw some twigs sticking out and stuff like that, you know, which you would have, wouldn't you? Well, you might do, I don't know. Yeah, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? A few twigs here and there. Tell you what we'll do with this white chalk, just down the edge of this post, or these posts here. Just a bit of light hitting them. I'm not messing about no more, promise. Right, I'm going to stick that on and see what it looks like. Well, it's no Van Gogh or whoever, but it's a painting. Right, so that's it. Catch you all again soon, and take care. Okay, see you around for now.